everyone. Welcome back to Heartbeat Narratives. I'm Molly, your host, and today we are in a very special place. We are in a remote fjord of Norway called Hardanger, and I'm learning how to pronounce all of these Norwegian words over the last few years. But I have a special guest today named Knut. So Knut, thank you so much. I really appreciate your openness to doing this interview with me.
Thank you. I'm happy for that.
Yeah, we've had a special dinner. We ate reindeer stew that was from this region. Your son was hunting and he got a reindeer, which was a first time experience for me. Have you had reindeer a lot in the past from the mountains in this area?
Not a lot, but I'm used to it a few times, yeah. It's a bit special for me also, but especially nice when my son, he had his first hunting experience alone and he cooked, and it was quite special.
It was a delicious dinner. So, and then after dinner, we were realizing that there were these like little flies coming in because it's beautiful weather here. It's early September, and we discovered your talent for catching flies. And I wanted to use this unique talent that you have as a segue into a deeper conversation about your connection with nature. But first, I want to ask you, how can you catch flies? Because you caught 2 flies in a row very swiftly, and it was incredible to watch. Where did you learn how to do that?
That was like 40, 50 years ago in Brazil. We were there for a year or so, and I remember there was a man, he showed me. There was a fly, it was sitting on the table. He put his hand closer and closer, slowly to the fly, and then zoop, very swiftly he just swept his hand towards the fly and closed the hand, and there it was, caught inside. I had to be a bit fast and watch the fly and not to go too close, because then it will take off, and just think like the fly.
Think like the fly. I think you called it fly mind.
Yeah. Maybe my mind is a bit like the fly's mind. So we understand each other.
Yes. But I think this is really reflective in how you approach the world, too, because you're so observant. In my perception of knowing you for a few years, being observant of our surroundings, and you live in this beautiful place where the mountains are across the street, the fjord is your backyard. But being that in tune with nature, in the same way that you can observe a fly and catch it so fast without even hurting it. Both of the flies were totally fine. You have this way of sort of cleverly being one with nature. So I guess my question is, for you, what makes your heart beat? What brings you joy?
That's a big question. I don't even know the answer myself. Well, today has been a nice day, being with the family. You come to visit, you and I think we were 15 around the table, which is very nice, and good atmosphere, and good food, nice weather. We were outside sailing a bit and doing fun things. So just being with the family like that is, even now as I'm getting more, should I say, older, or more, at least grown up.
Sophisticated.
Grown up plus. I think it becomes even nicer, more important maybe, to being with family. So that makes my heart beat, I guess. And living here, like you say, like you describe it also, close to nature, fairly quiet place. If there is a car passing by, then it's like, oh, which car is that? Who is that? It's not like pouring with cars. It's just one every now and then.
Yeah.
So that's that. It's also quiet, and I spend quite a bit of time on my own. Don't socialize so much. I guess I have time to contemplate a bit, to dive a bit into myself, or into what am I.
Mm-hmm.
That's what maybe the big thing in my life also. I work a bit every now and then, but so I have possibility to spend time just in quiet.
Previous visits, you've taken us on hikes into the mountains to see these beautiful waterfalls. Today you taught us how to sail in a sailboat. You are a person of many hobbies and interests, incredibly resourceful as well, because you can build a lot of things with your carpentry and use what is within your immediate surroundings to essentially survive creatively. And I think that that's something that most people are not able to tap into, is that self-awareness, but also awareness of their surroundings in a way that I feel like is probably second nature for you, because you've been living in that manner for a long time. Could you tell us about a time that you did go into the mountains and connect with nature? And I feel like you go up there with a few things, maybe like a sleeping bag, but then you can manage for a few days on your own as well.
Most of the time I would carry food also. I go shopping. But of course there are lakes up in the mountains. We can go fishing, bring a fishing rod, make a fire and roast it somehow.
Yeah. I'm thinking about, could you talk about one of the projects that you've done recently with building things and where the materials came from?
Okay. The project which was used for the first time today.
Yes.
Down by the boathouse. Like a little, what you call it, a pier or a kai, we call it?
Yeah, like a pier that kind of sticks out into the water.
Yeah,
yes.
So you can put your boat next to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I just used the local rocks, and I saw some poles, like these electric poles. So I called the local electricity company, asked if they were going to use them. No, you can take. And so I went there and got some of those for free, and the rocks for free, of course. And I had to buy some screws and stuff. And so nothing much planned beforehand, just looking how it may work out, which is, it's like the path is constructed as it goes a bit. And then you ask what makes my heart beat. So I've been working on this for some weeks, being halfway into the water and lifting rocks and constructing this stuff, and all the time imagining how it can work when people come to visit. It's to make some steps where people can get into the water and where we can put the boat and stuff. So it's very nice to see when people come, when you come visiting, that it actually works, and it makes it more sweet to be there, and people stepping in the steps where I imagined, okay, this can be used like this and that, and even the kids just using it exactly, looks like it works. So that's fun. So that's a bit of the motivation to construct things also.
Mm-hmm. This fjord in particular is a fruit fjord. So there are lots of people running farms and growing apples and plums. I would call it an abundant place. And just driving in or boating in, you see this lush agricultural land, but also the mountains balanced by the ocean. Have you worked on any of the farms around here? And I know you also have plums and apples on the property as well. So could you talk a little bit about the food that is grown here?
Yeah, like you say, most of the land is for fruit farming. So apples. In the past, there was also pears, but that's not so much anymore. Plums, and you call it sweet cherries. I've been working a bit. You have to prune the trees, thin out in the spring. If there's too many apples on the trees, you have to thin it so each apple grows bigger.
It's so fascinating to drive through, and there are fruit stands, and people make siltatoy or jams from the plums, and everyone has their little stands where you can send in your vips to the farmer directly, and
or even cash sometimes.
Or cash, yeah.
At least it used to be. There's just a box on the table, and the price is written. Nobody there. The fruit and the stuff is there, so you just pick what you want and leave the money.
Yeah.
And that's so nice that it's possible to trust like that.
It's a unique honor system here in Norway that works really well. Like, I've purchased yogurt from dairy farmers before and just sent in Vips, or in the US it's called Venmo, I guess the equivalent. But yeah, I feel like that makes this place really abundant in another way. It's like the economic system is a space of trust, and there's just so much food that can be grown here. So
there's fish in the fjord.
Oh yeah, can you talk about fishing? Because you set out some nets last night and tonight. Yeah, I'd love to hear about your fishing experiences.
Yeah, so we have one net, which is actually enough almost every time. We get a few fish, and it's enough to feed a family of 5 or 10 maybe, cod, or...
You can use the Norwegian words too.
Yeah, torsk. Various kinds of fish. And in the mountains, like we talked about in the beginning, there are animals we can harvest from. Reindeer, deer, grouse, hare. So it's possible to be self-supplied.
Would you be able to describe a typical day for you? Because I think that would give good insight into how your time is spent, so connected to your surroundings. Like, how do you spend your time when there aren't 11 people visiting your house?
Yeah, today was not the typical day for me. Well, I think in the past, a typical day for me would be to go to work, teaching at school or carpentry, but I've logged out a bit also from that system, so I can spend more time on my own. I can sit a bit contemplating in the morning, take my time, eat, and then maybe I go fix something on the house, on the property. I feel I should do a little something useful each day. But sometimes I also take the challenge not to do anything, and a bit of an experiment, just to spend time without following the push that I should do something. Just to sit and experiment not to do something and meet whatever frustration or restlessness comes up.
But you were also caretaking for family members.
Yeah. My parents were even older than me, obviously. They live next door. I help a little bit there, always some practicalities or planning or telephone arranging something, helping with the computer stuff and financial stuff. And
when you were describing how you're spending a lot of your time contemplating and fighting that restlessness, I mentioned to you the other day that I'm going to go on a 5-day silent retreat at the end of the month. And I told you because I know that you've had practice going inward and having that time for self-reflection, but also going emptying the mind, really reflecting, and even going into meditation and so forth. How has that played a role in your life? Because I think you're at a point where it is integrated in your way of being to have that calmness and that mindfulness that other people don't have that. And I think it's a really unique practice that I'm trying to bring into my own life. Yeah, what are your experiences going inward?
I don't really see myself as the most calm person, but I can be quite stressed also. But maybe also what brought me into pursuit of the opposite of that, what do you call it, tranquility or calmness or peace. Like now, for example, I feel I'm a bit stressed about talking into this microphone. but no, it's fine. I actually think in my past I had a lot of this fear and stress, insecurity and stuff, which I think was the push to pursue this peace, going into some more peaceful state, maybe you could call it. But as soon as I'm challenged a bit coming outside, if I should be teaching again like I used to, then I would be quite stressed, I think. So that's a bit of the challenge also, to take that experience out into everyday life.
It's funny, as we're talking, there's a fly buzzing around.
Should we catch it?
Sure, if you want to catch it, that would be really funny.
We could catch it, but like you said, I prefer to release it afterwards. I used to hunt also when I was younger, but now I'm not so fond of the hunting and killing anymore. But of course, it's maybe the best, if you want to eat meat, maybe it's the best way to do it also. So I accept that also.
I have one more question. If you had a perfect day, what would your perfect day look like? Anything you could imagine.
Today was quite perfect. If I have a good contemplation, like what you say, immerse. You can immerse?
Yeah, immerse.
Into myself or into quietness. Something clicks into place. That's a good moment. That gives me a good day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that any of those moments where something clicks when we're going inward, that's like a good life.
Yeah.
If it happens a couple of times in our lives, let alone on a single day, that'd be really special. I really appreciate your time and anything else you want to share?
Yes, I'd like to say something about you. Because you're very happy. I mean, you talk about making the heart beat and pursuing happiness, and I think you see something in other people. You bring it forward in other people. I feel also you lift people up and bring them forward. I don't see myself as anything special, but when you describe me and you bringing forward things about me, I feel a bit honored or. Yeah. It's funny how when other people see things within us, things that we wouldn't see in our own mirrors of ourselves, it's sometimes surprising. So I hope that can be a reflection of how others see you, because you're very talented and very caring and loving to those around you, family and neighbors. And I think the intention that you have with your projects and the care you took in teaching us how to sail today, in taking all the kids out and jumping in the water yesterday. You know, there's 4 young kids with us, and you've just held their hands and carried them around and shown them how to pick apples and plums. You're such a good uncle. Thank you. So I think we all need those reminders sometimes. Yeah. Thank you for saying that about me too, because I'm just doing this podcast for fun, but I also feel like there's something deeper to it that I'm trying to figure out. But yeah, there's a resonance there. I think in every conversation that I've had with people, including this one. But you pick it up, so that's good.
Thank you so much, Knut.
Thank you, Molly.
Mahalo, everyone, for tuning in, and we'll catch you when I'm back home in Hawaii. For now, signing off from Norway, and it's about 10:30 at night, so it's bedtime. God kväll.
Good night, everybody.